One of the trials that I'm following today is that of Robin Howington, who is accused of shooting and killing her 5-year-old daughter, Destiny Oliver, back in 2019. Robin's trial started yesterday, and we were able to hear the opening statements. In September of 2019, Robin was home with her 2 children, Destiny Oliver, who was 5, and her 2-year-old son. Robin called 911, saying that her daughter, Destiny, had been shot in the chest. Initially, her story was that a random black man came in and shot her daughter for no apparent reason and then, took off. Later, her story changed to say that it was actually Destiny's father who did this. And finally, she decided to blame her 2-year-old son. She said that somehow her son pulled a stool or a chair over to the closet where the gun was and reached up, got the gun, came back, and accidentally shot his sister. The gun was found with all of the prints wiped off in the bushes in their front yard, and there's actually footage from a neighbor's camera to show that it was actually Robin who came and tried to hide the gun. Also, when Robin was at the hospital where they had taken Destiny, she attempted to get a random stranger in the restroom to take her phone for her because she said she had incriminating evidence on the phone of, buying or selling drugs. And she was scared that the police would find it. So she tried to get this stranger to take her phone, but that stranger refused. So then she tried to, get it all damaged in the sink and tried to break it. Her defense is saying that it was just a tragic accident where the toddler got a hold of the gun and it was just an accident. And the defense is blaming all of the changing stories on Robin's supposed PTSD that she has from when she was essayed by a police officer. So that's the reason why her story kept changing. Either way, it's a tragedy that Destiny's life was cut short for no apparent reason. In addition to felony murder, Robin is also charged with aggravated child neglect, evidence tampering, making a false report, and attempted evidence tampering.
I was walking up to my house, and it's a glass door, and I seen a flash of light go off. And when I walked in, Gavin was screaming and crying, and the gun was on the ground.
There's some tissues up there in that box. And did you see where Destiny was at that point?
Yes, she was on the couch.
And was she moving at all?
No.
Did you try to speak with her at all?
Multiple times.
I'm sorry.
Multiple times.
And did she ever respond to you at that point?
No, sir.
Now, what was going through your mind at that moment?
Couldn't fucking believe what was going on.
What did you do?
I got the gun and I took it outside.
Why did you take it outside?
Because I didn't want it to cause any more harm.
And if the video shows that happens at about 8:53:53, and at 8:53:54 you're calling 911. Do you recall if you were doing those two things at the same time?
Yes, I was.
And after you put the gun outside and came back in, what did you do?
I got a towel and put it on Destiny.
And When the officer, you saw the video when the first officer arrived, Officer Cummings, correct?
Yes, sir.
And he testified that when he walked in the door, that you were sitting on the couch near Destiny on the phone.
Yes, sir.
Who were you talking to on the phone at that moment?
The 911 dispatcher.
Do you remember what the last words you said to the 911 dispatcher were?
They're here.
So when he walked in and saw you on the phone, that's when you're telling 911 that they're here.
Correct.
Now, we're going to talk about that 911 call. When you made that 911 call, did you know Destiny had been shot?
Yes.
And you told them that a black male, unknown black male, entered the door and fired a shot and shot Destiny.
Yes.
Why did you tell that story to 911?
Because I didn't want Gavin to live with the fact that he had shot his sister for the rest of his life.
The story that an unidentified black male had shot from the door was not true, was it?
No, sir.
Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Kiss Global, and if you're just coming across my page for the very first time, please do it to give me a like and share for me, and most importantly, I beg in the name of God, don't forget to subscribe for me. Guys, credit to the rightful owners of the clips and stitches I've added to this particular video. From those clips I added, you saw when when a people of color or woman was trying to blaspheme, like was trying to lie, was trying to defend herself from the crime she committed, like the crime she literally knows she committed, and she was trying to put it on a black man's head. And well, don't worry guys, I'm going to add a lot of clips, more clips to this particular video. Then after that, I'll come back with commentaries. Please stay tuned.
Let me tell you about the woman who tried to frame her 2-year-old son for taking the life of her daughter. This is Robin Howington, and in 2019, she called police to report that her 5-year-old daughter had been shot, and police showed up as quickly as they could. Unfortunately, they were not able to save her daughter's life, and she passed away. And so police took Robin in for questioning, and this is where things started to get very, very strange. So at first, Robin told police that a strange man broke into her house, shot her daughter, and ran away. And this story just made absolutely no sense. It did not take police very long to figure out that she was obviously not telling the truth. And so her story changes, and now she's claiming that her daughter's father is the one that shot her daughter and then ran away. And so police look into the father and they figure out, okay, he has an alibi. There's no way he could have possibly done this. So they figure out that she's lying again. And so they tell her, tell us what happened. And this time her story changes a third time, and she says that her 2-year-old son snuck into her closet, stole a gun that she kept in there, and shot her daughter. And obviously at this point, police had heard so many lies, they were not believing a word that she was saying. So they arrested her and they charged her with reckless homicide. So she goes to trial, and during her trial, she stays firm on her story that her 2-year-old had shot her daughter. Now, what police discovered is that when they were trying to get into her phone to find any evidence, to find any clues, Robin had actually destroyed her phone by throwing it in like a toilet or in a sink or something to damage the inside, damage it with water. And so she was obviously hiding something, and she would not tell police what it was that she was hiding. So Robin is trying to tell all these different stories. She's fake crying for the jury to make it seem like she's upset about whatever she's claiming is happening, but she will not tell the truth of anything. And so she's eventually found guilty, and she was sentenced to 22 years in prison for the death of her daughter. Now, to this day, she claims her 2-year-old is the one that took her daughter's life. And unfortunately, we're not gonna know what exactly happened because she will not admit what happened. Her phone that had all the evidence was destroyed. Crazy situation. But let me know what you guys think in the comments.
So if you would, please, ma'am, stand up. Ms. Allington, in docket number 117659, based upon the jury's verdict of guilt, finding you guilty in count one of the lesser included offense of reckless homicide, you were found guilty of that offense and sentenced to a term of 3 years to serve within the Tennessee Department of Correction as a range 1 offender. In count 2, based upon the jury's verdict of guilt, finding you guilty of aggravated child neglect, you were found guilty of that offense and sentenced to a term of 22 years to serve within the Tennessee Department of Correction as a range 1 offender. In count 4, based upon the jury's verdict of guilt, finding you guilty of false report, a Class D felony, you were found guilty of that offense and sentenced to a term of 3 years to serve within the Tennessee Department of Correction as a range 1 offender. In count 5, based upon the jury's verdict of guilt, finding you guilty of tampering with evidence, a Class C felony, you were found guilty of that offense and sentenced to a term of 5 years to serve within the Tennessee Department of Correction as a range 1 offender. And finally, in count 6, based upon the jury's verdict of guilt, finding you guilty of attempted tampering with evidence, a Class D felony, you were sentenced to a term of 3 years to serve within the Tennessee Department of Correction as a range 1 offender. These sentences will be served concurrently, one with the other, for a total aggregate sentence of 22 years to serve within the Tennessee Department of Correction. And as your attorney has pointed out, the service rate is at 85%. I wish we weren't here. I know you wish you weren't here. Mr. Oliver wishes that we weren't here, but you're the one responsible. That'll be the judgment of the court. Good luck to you. When do we need to set this for motion for new trial?
Finally, after 5 long years, justice has finally been served for my niece, Destiny Oliver. She was killed in a shooting. Her mom, Robin, was convicted on all charges. Like I said, it's been 5 long years. Trial started this week. Open and shut case. Well, it should have been an open and shut case from the jump, but like I said, it's been 5 years, but justice has finally been brought. Her mom's gonna be serving a nice hefty sentence, which she deserves. It should have never happened. My niece should still be here. She should be with her dad, my brother, Antoine. But things didn't work out that way. He will be telling his story soon. Make sure y'all repost this so that he's able to get a platform to tell his story on. They really didn't need him for the trial because she lied so much and dug herself in such a deep hole that he really wasn't needed for the trial. But it was so many things that were brought up during the trial that were false about him, and he just want to tell his side of the story and clear his name, and some of these negative narratives that was painted about him, he's gonna clear all of that up. But nonetheless, we happy. Justice finally been served for our girl. We wish she was still here. We love you. We miss you. Disregard my kids in the background making all that noise. But finally, justice been served. Big weight lifted off my shoulders. I feel a whole lot better. These 5 years, I just had a little darkness on me just because she was still out there roaming free when she killed her own daughter. So, we happy. Desi, we love you. We miss you. Rest in peace, baby girl.
Now, we're going to talk about that 911 call. When you made that 911 call, did you know Destiny had been shot?
Yes.
And you told them that a black male, unknown black male, entered the door and fired a shot and shot Destiny.
Yes.
Why did you tell that story to 911?
Because I didn't want Gavin to live with the fact that he had shot his sister for the rest of his life.
The story that an unidentified black male had shot through the door was not true.
No, sir.
So I went down the rabbit hole because I never heard of this. Now this happened in 2019, 4 years ago, but she was sentenced in 2024. This is her when she got arrested. Man, I almost thought I had the wrong story because she looked way different now. But anywho, so this is what happened. Her daughter was pew-pewed in the home. So she called the police and told the police that a random black man walked into the house and pew-pewed her daughter. She was on surveillance camera though, walking out of the house with the pew-pew in her hand, and she threw it into the bush. And you know how she was going to do it? So like I said, there were surveillance videos. And then after she got rid of the pew-pew, she then offered meds to someone who bought those meds from her if he would retrieve the firearm. It doesn't say if the person's black or white, but I'm pretty sure it was a black man. She was trying to pay him some meds so that he can go put his fingerprints on it, because when she walked out of the house, she was wiping the pew-pew down. White women, boy. Then she came out and said that the ex-boyfriend did it. And then she came out and said that her 2-year-old son did it. And because she wiped down the pew-pew, they have no idea what actually happened. But they just know while that child was under her care, she was unalived. Thank goodness for cameras, huh? Because whoever she was trying to give those meds to would be sitting in prison right fucking now. But she got 22 years for reckless homicide and tampering with evidence. She got 22 years. And the only reason why the police didn't put out a manhunt for a black man is because when the police went to the hospital, because she went to the hospital with her daughter, when the police went over there, they caught her trying to destroy her phone. She tried to run it underwater. And the police was like, something doesn't smell right. And they kept pressing her for answers, and then her story kept changing. I don't know where I was when that story was out because I don't remember hearing about this, but this is an example of why black people, especially black women, say that white women are dangerous with their lies. Now they will never know what happened to that child because her stories keep changing and she's not taking any accountability. While I was going down that rabbit hole, all I kept thinking about is how dangerous y'all lies are. Terrorize a whole community because you were negligent.
So guys, from those clips I added, you've seen it and you really know what I'm trying to say. But thank God that the justice was served to that little child. Like, I don't know, in a situation whereby I don't know how some parents think, and that is supposed to be a mother. Like, she can't even defend herself. If you know that you are right, like if you know that you are not the one that commits that crime, then why can't you defend yourself and probably say the truth? You understand? So there is nothing to say. You lied that a black man ran into your house and pew-pewed your daughter. You said when they started investigation, you still said it was your 2-year-old child that pew-pewed his sister. Like, you don't even know what you are saying. You don't even know what you are saying. You're not even supposed to be called a mother in the first place, because only God knows the truth. So if you know that you are not the one, why do you destroy those evidence? Like, you destroyed your phones and a lot of things for the police not to have access to it. That means you did it. So why are you lying on that innocent boy, like that innocent child of yours? Trying to put blames on people's head. Trying to put blames on people that did not commit that crime's head. For the crime that you literally committed. I don't know why some of these people are behaving like this. I don't know. Like, you pew-pewed your own daughter and you coming out to come and lie. You are forming. Look at the way you are crying. Crying and lying at the same time. You don't recall what you say. Because you... What? Huh. Guys, that was how I watched another clip of a 15-year-old boy that his parents gave him money, I think $280 or something, to go get shoe for his birthday. So another lady that lady was working at that store where the black boy went to go get his shoes for his birthday. which his parents give him money to go and get. These people of color, guys, they have wahala. So this woman is a people of color. She now called the cops when this boy was about going. She now called the cops that the boy stole. The boy was holding his receipt. His receipt was in his hand. His receipt was in his hand that he really bought that shoe with his money. When they asked her, she was saying she was just jealous because she was not able to afford the shoe for her son. And so what? So if you can't afford it, so someone that is black can no longer afford it because you can't afford it. Why are you guys like this? Why are you guys like this? Like a lot of videos where they will always lie on black people's head. They will lie on black people's head. For the sin, for what they know, nothing about. They will lie on them. That's why people will keep lying on their heads. The type of lie that even black people cannot lie on you peoples. That they cannot even lie. They cannot even do that to you. You guys keep repeating the same thing to them. Many blacks are in prison today for the sins that they do not commit. For things they don't know, they know nothing about. For sins that they do not even commit. If not that those people that were in charge of that investigation that investigated that really investigated that case, they'll probably go and pick one black guy that is the one that prepared that child. I don't know why people are behaving like that. We've seen a whole lot of clips caught on CCTV camera. That will be lying on blacks' head. Lying on their head for what they know nothing about. For the sin they did not committed. For the crime they did not committed. And you are busy crying. You are busy crying. That serves you right. At least this one good. It sweets me. You guys will keep lying because you think you are not that color person. They are going to believe you. I don't know. People should better stop that. I don't know how you have a mind of peeping your own child. Someone you carried in your womb for 9 months. And you are there crying. You are there crying. For what you know you did. For what you know you did. For the offense you know you commit. You are lying. You lied on your